Hi everybody, I'm David Reeder, and today is November 27th. Hope everyone had an excellent Thanksgiving week, and even though it was a light week of news and swimming, still some stuff to get to on this week's episode of The Week That Was. Coach Don Watson passed away this week at the age of 87. Watson was an International Swimming Hall of Fame honor coach who won 12 consecutive Illinois state titles at Hinsdale Central High School. He also coached 5 Olympians, including medalists John Kinsella and John Murphy, marathon swimming star Sandra Bucha, and 3-time pentathlon Olympian Bob Neiman. Watson grew up swimming alongside the legendary Doc Councilman, and he later coached alongside him at Indiana. Later in his career, Watson worked at the University of Texas. Olympic gold medalist Sierra Runge is no longer a part of the Wisconsin swimming program. The school confirmed Runge's departure in an email Tuesday morning last week. Runge was only at Wisconsin for 1 year after she's actually been all over the place lately, swimming at Cal as a freshman in 2014-15. Then she redshirted to train for the Olympics at Arizona State with Bob Bowman, and then she headed to Madison. Runge did not score individually for the Badgers at her only NCAA championships with Wisconsin last year, but she did qualify for the 2017 World Championships as a part of the U.S. 800 free relay, which went on to win a gold medal. Runge was at Golden Goggles last week, and while she said she is still in school at Wisconsin and has been battling illness, she did not discuss her future swimming plans. One of this weekend's biggest meets will be in Austin, Texas, the annual Texas Invite. Plenty of top-tier college teams will be in town to test the Longhorn women and the 3-time defending national champion Texas men, who are only 1-4 in dual meets so far this year. So we'll see if they can get that on track this week. One particularly interesting race to watch, the men's 200 free, where Townley Hospital will have to deal with 2 of last year's breakout freshmen, ASU's Cameron Craig and Harvard's Dean Ferris. Joseph Schooling figures to suit up for the first time since his rough go at the World Champs this summer, and there will be a ton of post-grads in action too. Matt Grievers, Leah Smith, Madison Cox, Jack Conger, Will Lacone, Clark Smith. Really good meet there in Austin. Braden Holloway has signed an extension to remain as head coach at NC State. He is currently in his 7th year with the Wolfpack, and that team has been super impressive during that time. The men have now won 3 straight ACC titles, and they finished 4th at last year's NCAA championships and the year before, while the women won their first ACC title in 37 years in 2017. Holloway is now tied to the Wolfpack through the 2021-2022 season. Some changes to the teams this year, with associate head coach Todd DeSorbo leaving to take the head job at Virginia, but NC State, particularly on the men's side, once again expected to be among the country's top teams this season. The biggest meet this coming weekend, along with the Texas Invite, the Georgia Invite, but the biggest one is in Columbus, Ohio, with USA Swimming hosting its Winter Nationals. Always fun to see some big-name professionals make cameos back in the short course yards pool, and among those scheduled to do that this weekend, Ryan Murphy, Nathan Adrian, Chase Kalish, Melanie Margalis, Kelsey Worrell, Olivia Smoliga. It's a good meet. Not a ton of college swimmers at Nationals this year, but Louisville and Mallory Comerford will be, so expect a fast weekend of action in Ohio. That pool, by the way, will host the Women's NCAA Championships this March. All right, that's all for the top stories this week. With all the invites this week, including Georgia, Tennessee, Texas, and U.S. Nationals, as we mentioned, plenty to discuss there should be on next week's edition of The Week That Was. I'm David Reeder, and we'll see you then.